The first bite was tough. I soothed their tears while my teeth sunk deep into their arm. The blood spilled around my teeth and tasted so sweet. I sucked it down like it was an elixir. I was more careful when I took a chunk of flesh between my teeth, chewing, swallowing. The most delicious thing I'd ever eaten. The blood poured from the wound. I bandaged it before it could get too bad. They began to cry more. So beautiful. So cute. Consuming their flesh unites us as one being. I think I love them. I want to eat them whole. I like playing with the sharp objects I find in the basement. I try not to do it too much because I like their pretty skin, but sometimes it's too hard to resist. People take a lot of things for granted in life, like breathing. It's a simple bodily function. Our lungs do everything for us, so we don't even think about it. We never consider what life could be like if we weren't allowed to breathe. For example, if a mask was forced over your mouth and someone else controlled the oxygen intake, watching your face go purple before they turn on the valve. Or if someone held your head underwater until your body couldn't keep thrashing. Maybe even a rag with could make you get some perspective. In these cases, breathing can now become a gift. A gift to them from me. I cut them completely open today. Keeping them alive and making sure there was no infection was hard, but I think I did it. I loved hearing their screams singing out for me. Their eyes get so weak when they're in such pain. I had a dream about hooking them up to the wall by stubs where their limbs used to be. I couldn't stop myself from bringing the fantasy into reality. I measured their arms and made marks with Sharpie and waved around a handsaw. They were so scared. They started sobbing and shaking and begging me not to take their arms. And promised I wouldn't do it. They were so relieved that they hugged me. Hugged me! Their hands balled up in my shirt as they clung. I'm never washing this shirt again. I found some friends today in the garbage pile. I left out meat and they found their way in, and they were so cute. They tickle when you pick them up. I brought the maggots over to them, but they threw up when one crawled on their hand. They started crying, but I was fascinated. My maggot friends went away while I cleaned it all up, staring at the stuff that came out of my love's tummy. I got a new reaction out of them today. I got them a gift from the overworld. It was a shot collar. It matches mine. It was a little loose, but it touched their skin easy enough. I sat down in front of them and we did a training session. They had to tell me what I wanted to hear, and if they didn't, I gave them a zap. Every time I turned it higher and higher. I got a little worked up and lost control. I shocked them again and again as they crumpled down and screamed. I hugged them and whispered how cute they were. They're like my untrained little puppy. Today, they tried to get out. I woke up expecting to see them in the corner like they've been for the past week, and they had their chains off, creeping towards the exit. Anger took hold of me. I couldn't control myself. I slammed them into the ground and started pummeling them with my fists. Their soft flesh went red under every impact. Once my head came back, at least a little, I dragged them back to the cave by their hair and roughly snapped the chains back around their wrists. This time, I made sure they were tight. Maybe too tight. They cowered in the corner, crying. I didn't say a word to them, just watched from afar. The red marks I had left behind slowly turned purple and blue. It was like I had painted them in pretty colors. The beauty calmed me down. They still belong to me, at least for now. I was really, really lonely today, and I wanted to play, so I asked them to join me for a little game. It's a game I played before, except this time I got to be the leader. The old priest robes were so baggy on me, but they made me feel cute. I undid their chains and used the pretty gold ropes to tie them down to an old stone altar. The bindings kept them down. I took a sacrificial blade from my pocket and told them that we were going to have a confessional together. They quieted down for me as I explained the rules. Answer my questions truthfully, or the blade goes inside. It's a real shame they decided to be a liar. I want to go home. I hate you. I don't want this. Silly little sinner. The knife sunk into their flesh more times than I could count. Only when they began passing out did they start being honest with me. So stubborn. I don't think I'll be able to get the blood out of the sandstone, but I don't mind. It'll keep the memory of our play sharp. They got a little broken today. No matter what I did to them, they wouldn't react. They just laid there on the ground, staring at the wall. So I had to teach them a little method I learned years ago for getting their brain back to working. I sat down in front of them with my favorite knife. They watched me blankly. I smiled and handed them the knife so they could do the same, but they tried to stab me instead. I laughed and bashed their head against the wall for punishment. Oh well, at least their brain's back.